This is a conversation with Judy Leitz for the Kentucky Marriage Equality and Religious Liberty Oral History Project. We are in the studio room of Breckenridge Hall on Morehead State's campus located in Rowan County, Kentucky. Today is July 18th, 2016, and the time is 11:30 a.m. I will be doing the interview, and my name is Sherry Kelly. Judy, can you give me a little bit of biographical information, where you were born, where you grew up?
I was born in Jacksonville, Florida. As an infant, moved to Wisconsin. When I was 7, I moved to Dexter, Missouri. When I was 16, I moved to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Met my husband, moved around Indiana, went back to Florida, and then came to Kentucky.
Okay.
So up and down.
Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood experiences?
I had a very wonderful childhood. I had very loving parents. Was from the time of age 7 to 16, lived in a small community, and I love small towns. And I just lost my mother this year, and just good childhood memories and very, very good childhood. Yeah.
What's your current occupation?
I teach parenting classes at Hope Pregnancy Care Center. My favorite thing in the whole world. I love it, love it, love it.
Can you tell me a little bit about your current church membership or organizational involvement?
Well, my husband pastors Judah Christian Fellowship, and I'm right there with him, and usually do more with the kids. I love kids' church.
Okay. How did you become involved with your current church?
By being married to my husband.
Okay. Let's move on to some of the events that happened in 2015. How did you become involved in the religious liberty movement?
I guess I never thought of it quite in those terms. I didn't know Kim as well as my husband, because he would always be the one that would go in and out. But when I heard what happened, because she hadn't been hired to do what she asked not to do, I'm very black and white, and I thought, okay, I was a nurse. If I were told to give a medication to a patient and was told to give a certain dose and didn't do that, then that would be wrong. So I felt the same way. Whether or not you do something, if it's something you're not hired to do, you don't do it.
Okay.
That was probably a roundabout answer.
How did you first react to the U.S. Supreme Court's decision on same-sex marriage?
I was very disappointed, because in the beginning, God made man, and he said, it's not good for man to be alone, so I'll make woman, and men and women make babies. So I was very disappointed, very much.
What was your reaction to the Rowan County Clerk's decision not to issue marriage licenses to either straight or gay couples?
Again, she wasn't hired to do so, and I felt that she was very much in her right to ask not to do that. And the thing that I liked is that she said, I don't want to point fingers at anybody. I don't want to do that. I just asked to be released from doing that. And I thought that was a very good answer. She wasn't really trying to stir up anything. She just asked, please don't have me do what is against my principles, because it's not in my contract.
Okay. What was your involvement in the movement?
Other than praying, being very concerned, I went to the Grayson rally the day that she was released from jail.
Okay. Did you participate in the protest?
No. I'm not a protester. I might tell you how I feel, but I love people. I don't feel comfortable protesting that way.
Okay. Did you see the protest at any time?
If I would drive by, and one time I had to go into the courthouse for something, and it was amazing to me to see how much media attention and how long it went on. So other than that, just observing if I had to go into the courthouse or drive down the street. Yeah.
What were your thoughts? on the protest?
It made me very sad. It was very polarizing. It made me very sad.
Why?
Because I can disagree with you, but that doesn't mean I don't love you. And I felt hatred, and I don't know, it just made me feel really, really bad. I think we can agree to disagree, but that was just so blatantly I want to say disrespectful, but it was more than that. It was just very blatant and sort of in your face, something I never expected to happen, I guess.
Okay. You mentioned that you went to the rally.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
It was really awesome. I couldn't believe how many people were there. And
Which rally did you go to?
the one in Grayson, the day that Kim was released from jail. And there was a man there from, I forget where he was from, but he was blowing a shofar, and I thought that was kind of cool. And there were just a lot of people that I knew, and there to support her. You know, nobody was protesting, at least I wasn't. I was just supporting her, and she was, when she stepped up to the podium and saw the people, I could tell it really touched her. And I felt good about that.
Do you think that the Rowan County Clerk best represented the cause of religious liberty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Well, we live in what is supposed to be a free country, and if we are asked to do something that is against our conscience, that isn't breaking a law, I always assumed that was okay. And that's really all she did. She didn't break a law because it wasn't even in her job description, and she just merely did what her conscience told her to do, which I will do also. Yeah.
What do you believe was the appropriate way to handle this situation?
Well, I think that she asked that they would release her from signing marriage licenses. I think appropriately they just said, well, that's really no big deal. Let's review this. And that's what's happened now. She actually does not have to sign the licenses. She said, I just asked that you not let me do that. So that would have been appropriate without all the folderol that has gone on.
Do you think she deserved to be in prison?
No, ma'am. This is America. I think that usually happens in other countries, not in America, not for something like that. Now, if she pulled a knife on me or something, that's a little different, yeah.
Do you think she should have received any punishment?
No, she didn't do anything to deserve punishment at all. No.
What were your thoughts upon her release?
I was delighted to see her released.
What were your thoughts on the reactions of your local elected officials?
Well, I am what you might call apolitical, so I really don't know who did what. I just was very concerned when I saw a woman who is a very nice lady being treated that way. So who actually did it, I don't even know who it was. So my answer is I'm not sure who it was, but I was very disappointed.
Okay. What about the media attention this event received? Do you think it was appropriate?
It was what you would expect. We had a friend who was, I'm trying to think what country she was in. Cyprus. It was on the news in Cyprus. It was all over the world. It was amazing. All of a sudden, everybody knows Rowan County, Kentucky. If you say you're from Rowan County, they go, that's where Kim Davis is. So maybe there's a purpose for that. I don't know. But it's what you would expect. It's news.
What are your opinions on the outcomes of the religious liberty movement?
The outcomes, I don't know if we have, well, I guess to start with, I never thought of it as the religious liberty movement. I don't know how I feel about that particular statement there. I think that it's time for Christians to wake up and stand up for what we believe, as long as it's done lovingly and not in a confrontational, unkind way.
Would you call your efforts a victory or failure?
Well, my efforts, I was praying for Kim. She has now does not have to sign the marriage licenses, so I guess it's a victory.
How do you think Rowan County has changed because of these events?
Oh, I don't think it's changed. I think it's just made us more aware and maybe more aware of who feels how, and it just helps me pray more because I love Rowan County. I love the people here. So it's made me more aware. There's lots of other things going on that I'm concerned about. This is just one, seeing what happened to Kim. But it's not really changed. It's just all of a sudden spotlighted, you might say. Yeah.
Do you think that this has drawn Rowan County closer together or further apart?
I'm not sure if it's done either. I think it's sort of settling a little bit. We'll see. I'm not really sure.
Do you believe this debate of religious liberty or marriage equality is over?
No. Particularly religious liberty, which is all of a sudden Christians are losing the right to do what we know is right without our ability to even be able to say why.
Do you want to elaborate on that, some of the religious liberties that you think we have lost?
Well, someone being able to say that they don't want to bake a cake for someone, I mean, that is almost ludicrous. If you own a business, I think you get to choose who you sell to, who you hire, what your clientele is, and that should be above board and all around the circle for anybody. That should be a right if you own the business. So that's pretty scary to me. It's very scary.
How do you plan to continue the opposition or the debate?
I hate debate. Opposition breaks my heart. So I will just continue to do what I'm doing. I have many friends on both sides, and I love them. I am concerned about the law, and I will continue to pray.
Has this event changed you?
No. I've always been one to step in and say how I feel about something. As I say, I'm very black and white about everything. And anybody that knows me would laughingly say that's true. Yeah. And if I feel strongly about something, look out.
Do you feel strongly about the gay marriage? And which way do you feel?
Well, I'm a Christian, and it's very heartbreaking to see the law made that says that marriage is no longer what marriage has always been. That bothers me. I don't know where it says in the Constitution that we get to change and make those sorts of laws. That's what really gets me. That came out of alien territory somewhere. That bothers me greatly. Very much so. We're not supposed to change laws and times and seasons. That's scary.
Do you have any other comments?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay. Thank you for coming and doing this interview. We really do appreciate it.
You're very welcome.